Greetings, welcome to my name, the Chaos Michael, welcome back to... Ooh, Digimon Survive. Oh, there's nothing else I could do? That mural. That looks like a... That looks like one of those big kaijus I was talking about. Oh. Oh my god, it literally is some Digimon. Seadramon. There's those ghost ones. There's the fire one. The Digimon language itself. There's another thing over there. But I recognize you. I recognize that thing from one of the episodes of Season 1. That's a Seadramon. There's Tail. And there's some ghosties. There's the ghost ones. Don't remember their names, but I don't remember his name either. I just remember his name. Its name. Couldn't tell. I don't know if it was a male or female. But we did see Mega Seadramon. We did see Mega Seadramon, like, in the last little bits of Season 1 of Digimon. It was taken out by War Greymon. By drilling right through its nose and coming out its tail. That sounds very painful. Anyway, Professor! If you'll come here to study the Kimonogami as well. No. Are they called Kimonogami, though? Or are they something else? Because there is some very decent creatures on that wall. Very, like, extremely recent. So recent that they shouldn't be there recent. They shouldn't even exist there recent. That's how recent they are. At the time of that mural, they shouldn't even exist. That's how recent they are. Because last time I checked, computers didn't exist in those times. And Digimon are computer code. Literal computer code that exists on the internet. And the internet didn't exist in feudal Japan last time I checked. So, this is the Inuyasha situation, and Kagome brought her cell phone back in time, and it kind of mutated from there. There were demons in Inuyasha. Maybe one of the spirits may have gone into her cell phone, and the digital world may have existed hundreds of years early. Whoopsie. Or maybe it was a Doctor Who situation, and the sonic screwdriver was just a little too powerful. Because I know episodes where the Doctor just like waves the sonic over the battery of the phone, and it somehow works in every time period, and is able to call anywhere from anywhere in the universe. Yes, we're on a school trip. Well, we actually came to look for some missing people. Our friends and that guy's sister. Yeah, he came to look for her. In this, the Kimonogami Shrine. Hope she hasn't been spirited away. Oh, you're gonna bug-eyed. I'm pretty sure she hasn't gone into a Studio Ghibli film. At least I've never seen Totoro anywhere. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Totoro was a Digimon. Totoromon? What would his attacks be? Seismic bounce? Call of the cat bus! No, cat bus mon! Oh, that would explain a lot in those Studio Ghibli films. If a lot of their spirits were Digimon. That would explain a lot. Spirited away? Yeah. There's a legend about them that Kimonogami passed down since ancient times. Oh, hopefully not that ancient. Because the only way to get to the digital world is with a Digivice. Or somehow find a portal underground near a subway which you can only access with a Digimon and a Digivice. And Digivice is a more modern tech. The oldest Digivice is actually the one from the digital world. Actually, from the one from Season 1 of Digimon. Though I do remember... I think I remember one episode where some people found a giant stone version of a Digivice. Which doesn't make... which may have been retconned, because, like I said, Digimon were created... in universe, the digital world was created in universe in the 70s. And it was just one Digimon. And the code for the entire digital world evolved from there, on its own, without any interference. And one of the guys that worked on said code decided to permanently live there. So, yeah, there's something. That's not very ancient, is it? That's more than a legend. The stories are true, you see. No, they're not. Most legends are true. But that particular legend, you need some bonus content in order to actually get spirited away to the digital world. If they do get spirited away sent to the digital world from here, you need some bonus content, a little gadget that it's kind of necessary for traversal through those kinds of portals. You know? No one here has a Digivice. Though there was that weird Digimon season that I heard about where there were apps on a phone. I'm not sure how that was supposed to work. Anyway. True, you say? Indeed. It was once custom to offer up local children to the beast gods as sacrifices. What? You want to run that by me? Can't I buy? How awful. Yeah? 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 People were crazy back then. And stupid. Mostly crazy stupid. Offering up children to stop a beast when, you know, weapons exist to stop a beast. If you want to stop a beast from rampaging, you don't offer up children. Don't offer up a sacrifice. Use the closest pointy stick and just basically kill the beast till it's dead. It was a desperate measure to ensure the harvest, or perhaps to prevent disasters. Again, people back then were stupid and crazy. They believed all kinds of nonsense. They believed that some random creature would control a harvest, even though the weather does. And since there wasn't any technology back in those times, to be able to foretell when you'll get some good weather for some crops, well, they had no way of knowing, so they just relied on superstitions. But even I wouldn't sacrifice a child. Even I wouldn't sacrifice a child. And if I had a choice between causing disaster or sacrificing a child, you know what? Bring on the flames. Child stays. I don't care about disaster. Disaster is usually a one-time thing. You only get one child. That child won't come back after being sacrificed. Yet these children did not die. Okay, never mind. Supposedly, they were taken somewhere unharmed. So that's what you mean by spirited away. They were taken to the digital world. That would explain why there's a lot of surprisingly humanoid Digimon, honestly. That would explain a lot. But if that's the case, that would mean that some Digimon had the means to traverse time itself. Okay, that's weird. If some Digimon had the ability to traverse time itself, then okay, that would explain why some Digimon are on that mural. Because time is a weird thing. In a place like the digital world, some time portals could manifest themselves. Especially when especially when you actually do have Digimon that can alter reality itself. Of course. And there one in season 1 of the anime. Season 1 of the anime. Because of all the chaos in the digital world over the years, there was a bleed out effect. I do remember that. Out of all the times, the digital world and the real world were interconnected. So out of all the times where the digital world was in jeopardy, it was affecting reality itself in the real world. So that would potentially cause some time portals to manifest themselves. Potentially causing some Digimon to go back in time. But it wouldn't... It would... Actually, that would also explain... That would also explain this whole Spirited Away thing. Because if some time portals showed up in the digital world, as opposed to the regular portals between the digital world and reality, they could go back in time to, say, feudal Japan and broker a deal. Whisk some children away to the digital world, and they won't cause disaster. And since the digital world and the real world are interconnected, they would be whisked away to modern day. That would explain a lot. They'd be whisked away to modern day Earth through the digital world. But having left the digital world through a different portal, not the portal that came in, they'd end up in modern day Earth. In a different part of the world that they don't know about. And since they're from a different time, they potentially wouldn't survive. That would explain a few things. But if they grew up in the digital world, one of two things could potentially happen. The first thing is their bodies become accustomed to the digital world and they start adapting to it. They become part of it. Their bodies literally becoming code. Their DNA becoming computer code. The second part, the more gruesome part, they die. Potentially killed by another Digimon. A more violent one. Like Devimon. A more potentially killed, like I said, potentially killed by a more violent one like Devimon. Or Lady Devimon. Or even that vampire one. What was his name? Vladimon. That's right. Because Devimon was in the first few episodes of Season 1. That was the main antagonist of Season 1. And then you got some of the other ones, like Vladimon. Yeah, Devimon, Lady Devimon, Vladimon, some of the other ones, like the Titan ones. You encounter some of the more sadistic and evil Digimon. Well, yeah, those children could end up dead in no time. Or they could, like I said, they could be killed, or they could be part of the code. Or the third thing, end up in in modern day, end up in modern day Earth. And the same two scenarios, either they adapt or they die. So, you know. There's several different things that could happen to them once they get spirited away. Yes, but the custom was lost to the ages, and this angered the ancient Kemonogami. There might not have been an entirely a custom. It could just be that the portal closed. Because if they were indeed being whisked away to the digital world, which it would make sense here, the portals to the digital world that aren't computer based, they're unstable, and they do deteriorate after a while. They don't exist forever. They don't exist forever. And they do deteriorate. They're not permanent. It's only the ones it's only the ones portals stabilized by certain digivices. It's only through a digivice can you create a stabilized portal. And be able to go freely back and forth. Over time, such abductions were no longer a ritual sacrifice, but a curse or retribution. Yes, I'm making him English now. Because it would make sense. Even though he's Asian. He's clearly Asian, so I don't know why it would make sense for him to have an English accent. Well, it might, you know. It might. Parents moved to London. He becomes a professor there. Goes back to. Ends up getting a job at a college or university in Japan. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense. Many legends regarding such incidents have been passed down in this region. I place no faith in fairy tales. Of course, there must be a scientific explanation. No. We'll find out that explanation. Some reason for the continuous disappearances since ancient times. I'm sure of it. Have you looked at the news lately? Like in the last 30 years. Specifically, any news pertaining to creatures attacking Tokyo. And other creatures stopping them. Creatures attacking the entire world in various spots, and other creatures stopping them. No? Okay. I view this as a superstition, or a mental block designed to escape from reality. He seems pretty worked up somehow. Is he mad or upset, maybe? Maybe both. I know you came looking for your friends, but I'm glad you could see these legendary ruins. Interest in historical origins is a wonderful thing indeed. I support it wholeheartedly. Thank you, sir. Take a good look at this. Who knows, it may end up being of use to you all. Right. Oh, okay. I can talk to the wall. I can talk to the professor again, or I can look at the wall. I'm gonna end this video here. So thank you all so much for joining me, Spirits. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, raise hell. Subscribe some more. I'll see you next video. So long.